All right, Kelly, thank you. It is a new year, and our real estate expert Greg Cooper is joining us with a look back at some of the weirdest real estate stories of 2015 and the many lessons they offer in perhaps your home search for 2016. A lot of good ones ahead. Good morning, Greg. Thank you so much for being with us.
Good morning. Great to be here.
We're so happy to have you. Let's start with home inspections because you always seem to find some good ones there.
Yeah, home inspections are a critical part of the process for home buyers and sellers, but there's always one little weird thing that comes out of every inspection. And one of the ones that came up during 2015 was after a home inspector had exited a crawl space, he found a rather unique thing that somebody had left behind. And ultimately, it was about a 7-foot long snakeskin that had gotten pulled out of the crawl space.
Ew.
That, needless to say, left everybody a little bit unsettled. And no, they did never find the snake, and yes, the buyer still bought the home.
Really? So the snake could still potentially be out there somewhere?
Somewhere.
Okay, any good examples of what happens when you don't get an inspection?
I had a home inspection, I had a couple who bought a home without a home inspection, and they had bought a for sale by owner home, decided to forego the inspection, and ultimately they called me about 6 months later and had a unique smell on the side of their home. And on the side of the home, there was some discharge, and apparently, without having a home inspection, they didn't know that one of the bathrooms had been plumbed incorrectly.
My gosh.
And so as June dawned and everyone's windows were open, they noticed, well, they had some issues to deal with on the side of their home.
That is so unpleasant, and definitely a good reminder that you definitely want to get an inspection if you're selling or buying too. Okay, what about some neighbor stories? I know you've got some of these.
I always encourage people to talk to all the neighbors. And I had a young man who bought a house in Broad Ripple this year, and he was told by one of the people he saw on the street, hey, John, who lives next door, likes to sit out on his front porch with his shirt off. And this young guy didn't think too much of it until he got in, and John was happy to model for him.
Is that John?
That's John. Yes, the tattoos that he had.
What are those?
He has all kinds of tattoos of various things.
Yeah,
but,
check out your neighbors before you move
Talk to the neighbors before you buy a home, please.
Okay, and if you're the one selling, you want to get rid of any of that weird stuff, right?
Yeah, cute is fine when it's just your family or when you're trying to entertain a specific group of friends. However, when you have things that might not always be in the best taste for everybody, you're going to want to avoid that. And this is what was on the back of one of the toilets. It says, remember, you're losing weight, essentially. So as you decorate and stage your home for sale, make sure that it's in good taste. Not everybody will find your humor humorous.
Some of these seem so logical, but of course, you know, it's your home. You make it your palace, and when you're selling it, you got to watch out for all that stuff.
Yep,
all right,
very
Greg
much.
Cooper, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
Great to be here.